Oh, I should have. You introduced me. Never mind. What I'm about to say next may seem unconventional for a valedictorian speech, but considering most ABE 12 students could describe their educational journeys and their beginnings as unconventional, I thought it would be quite fitting. See, chaos theory, interdisciplinary area of scientific and mathematical study, teaches us that in the apparently random chaos, there are actually underlying patterns of interconnection, repetition, and self-organization. The most commonly understood element of this theory for the public is the butterfly effect, in which a small change in a nonlinear system can cause massive changes later on. A butterfly flapping its wings can cause a typhoon somewhere else in the world later on. The graduates here today are butterflies now emerging from a cocoon and ready to shape the world in large ways unbeknownst even to them. And Southeast College gave them the space and support they needed to come in a caterpillar, cocoon and reimagine themselves, and then emerge to start a brand new life. Earlier, I mentioned 3 of the 5 elements of chaos theory, the first being interconnection. There is not a single person on this earth that can exist without the effect of others impacting their lives, and vice versa. Everyone in this room, including those in our hearts, is interconnected and always will be. It is this undefinable link humanity shares that led these students to where they are. Friends or family encouraged us to sign up for classes, invest into our futures, or it was the tireless effort of the Southeast College staff to reach out to those that needed it most through several different medias like billboards outside or online posts. It was strong relationships built with our teachers that kept us here and refusing to give up when homework or life seemed too chaotic to make sense of, and helped us to not bear the weight of it all alone. I know personally, Lindsay Manko-Bauche listened with compassionate ear while I cried from a metaphorical growing pains of growing my own wings, and quite literally picked me up at home to bring me to a final exam I was considering skipping out of nothing but fear and frustration. Don't cry, if you cry, I cry. Just 2 of many extraordinary examples of her deep compassion and commitment to her students. It is this deep interconnection between all humanity and the world we live in that led us here and will continue to lead us into even brighter futures for the entire community. The second element I mentioned was repetition. I think we have all heard the phrase, practice makes perfect, or even better, practice makes progress. Terry, my biology, chemistry, and foundations instructor, used to constantly tell us practice makes permanent. To teach us to get into the habit of doing things right, even if it was more frustrating or doesn't make sense at first. And to repeat that system over and over until it becomes ingrained in us. He repeated this, saying, while we repeatedly applied the things we learned in class to our homework and exams, and surprisingly very often to our personal lives as well. I thought this would be a great comparison for our overall educational experience as well, because that it means that it's better to take longer and invest more effort to achieve what is best for us than to half-bake it or give up entirely, much like many of us coming back to school to improve our transcript marks, or like in my case, complete high school courses for the first time when life was too chaotic as a teen to achieve what I knew I eventually could. Our time with Southeast College taught us the necessary skills and values of working hard and often, or studying hard and often, and accepting the humility of being a beginner. As a certified perfectionist, I would like to deeply thank my teachers for being patient with my desire to get it right 100% of the time, because that is entirely unrealistic. While I would love to say practice made me perfect, it really gave me the opportunity to see progress I hadn't fully anticipated. Lastly, the third element I would like to discuss is self-organization. For those that don't know, self-organization is a mathematical term which refers to overall order arising from local interactions between parts of an originally disordered system. And boy, does that feel relatable to being an ABE 12 student. Being an adult student requires a lot of sacrifice and courage, probably underestimated by most people in this room. Many of us we're balancing being parents and are struggling with mental health issues or other adult stresses while going to school. All of us bravely took on this additional stress and sacrifice in the hopes that improving this one element of our adult lives would have a positive impact on all the other areas we were dealing with. Parents went back to school to invest into a better career to then provide more for their kids and set them up for success as well. Same with Same with single adults who wanted to invest in their own futures and in turn have a greater impact on their communities. Immigrants saw an opportunity to become the best transplant Canadians they can be and beef up their resumes. oftentimes working nights to then show up to class, sleepy-eyed and determined the next morning. It was a blessing to see classmates going from working nights and studying the entire day to saying hi to me in the halls on their way to nursing classes Southeast College offers. Regardless of their motivations and results, their education would not be possible without them reorganizing their own lifestyles to show up, not give up, and improve every other element of their life and community in the process, both now and in the future. Again, none of this would be possible without a seemingly small change, like making the decision to enroll, in turn creating bigger changes down the line. We grew as people and as students, and try as we might to give credit where credit is due, I think we will all underestimate the greater impact the decision to attend this program will have on ourselves and the community. I certainly think that if a butterfly can flap its wings and cause a life-changing weather event, our students can emerge from their cocoons today and spread their wings to sail beyond the horizon with great humility and discipline and help shape the world to be better as a whole. I wish you all nothing but good health, soulful happiness, and prosperous opportunity going forward. It has truly been a privilege to learn with you. I would also like to thank Southeast College for not only offering this program and giving us the opportunity to improve ourselves, but for their incredible staff that has gifted us immeasurable amounts of support and love over the months and years, and to help us see our goals to completion. Lastly, I would like to thank all the loved ones in attendance who are supporting our students on this momentous day. Never underestimate the ways love is magnified and carried throughout the world. I hope everyone has a beautiful rest of their day, and thank you for giving me your time and attention to vocalize what was on my heart and mind.